Hey there, Chris here, and today we're taking a look at the Hobonichi Techo. Now this is kind of the original size for them. It's an A6 size, and it's just a great compact, everyday, take it with you anywhere yearly planner. And so on the cover here, minus the sticker, this is the sample one for 2020, but don't mind that. We have this really nice, their key logo here, and then the text, it's just a classy way, it's in gold. And then on the side here, we have the year, and then Hobo, and then that's it. It's truly a little black book, fits your hand great, looks great. It's got this kind of faux leather looking cover. It's actually printed on cardboard, but it fools almost anyone. It's just the definition of classy as far as the outside. And the definition of practical on the inside, so let's take a look. So one of the main reasons people love this notebook is it uses Tomoe River paper. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that it is just the best for fountain pens. And so this entire notebook is Tomoe River. It's a thin paper, so that allows all this content to be delivered in such a small package, which is great. So when you first open it up here, we have yearly outlooks. And so it's going to start with the previous year, current year, and then the next year. So here we have that. And then it's going to move on to a monthly outlook, which is a really great feature. It has the month written up top with a numerical one, and then it's going to have the entire month laid out, 1 through 31 or whatever it is that month. And it's just a great way for you to kind of visually plan your year as you're looking out. And so it's going to go through that year. For most of these, it's going to actually have the December of the previous year and then a few months of the next year. It allows you to plan out a little further than the actual scope of the notebook. But, you know, really what you're using it for is that year. So once you get past that monthly outlook section, you're going to move on to a proper month calendar. Now, this is a great way to plan out your month. It's got some little extra room on the side for you to take notes on. It has the week number of that specific week here on the side. That W1 is January 1st, so it's the first week of the year, which is nice. And then for the Techo here, the Sundays are always going to be written in red. It's a nice way to kind of mentally construct how you're looking out at the week. So it's going to have monthly pages for the entire year and a few months into the next year. It even has a big bold year with the next year, so you're not accidentally planning for the wrong year. And then we're going to get into the kind of heart of the notebook, which is the page per day feature. Now for this, as you can see here on the side, each month is tabbed, so you can quickly reference, so let's say it's past January and I'm going into February. I can stick my finger in there, open it up to knowing that it's February, and then kind of page through to find what day I'm at. Now once you're on the actual day itself, we have the day number is biggest, and then it's going to have the date, the month, it's going to have the moon cycle, and which week it is. So after that kind of header section, we're going to have the basic kind of beef of it, and it's just going to be a grid pattern in a light gray. The gridding itself is just a real basic 4mm grid. On the side here, we're going to have a 12 to kind of indicate noon. So if you want to, you can kind of section it off like a truly daily planner, what I have to do in the morning, what I have to do at night. For this one, it has a little knife and fork at the bottom, so you can kind of track what you're eating. And then on the bottom here, we have a fun little section. On the bottom left-hand corner, there's going to be a quote. It's going to have who the quote's by over here. And then we're going to have a nice little outlook of the month. And that's going to show you where we're at. So this is the 4th and the 5th. Here we see it circled down here. And so we can go through a whole year like this. Again, Sundays are in red. It's just kind of a visual reminder of where we're at. We're going to have a few kind of free pages with this red dot grid. This is great if you need to make kind of longer term notes to yourselves. This is a whole section where you can do that. write down important telephone numbers, addresses, that sort of thing. And then in the back here, we have an important contacts page. You know what, this seems silly, but I actually use it all the time just because, you know, there's those few people that I have that, yeah, of course they're in my phone, but, you know, if you don't have your phone with you, you're never going to remember their phone number. Or if you want to write a postcard and you're traveling, you don't have their address. So this is a great place to, you know, put those people that are your closest to. Just put them in there. You never know when you're going to use it. Get into some measurements, some kind of reference pages here. Got a mini ruler. And then this My 100 section, I actually really love this. It's a great way to keep track of, I use it for my favorite books, movies, things that at the end of the year I want to think back on and, oh, what was that restaurant I ate at that I loved? Well, if I put it in here and kind of make a note that it was one of my favorite restaurants, I got it written down, and it's just kind of a fun time capsule of your year. Then we have some fun information on festivals in Japan. A little information of the bento box, and then your personal information, and then that closes it out. So if you're thinking, man, that looks great, but I don't think I'm really going to use that as a planner, that's fine. You know, this is meant to be used as kind of a blank slate for whatever you want. Obviously, it works great as a planner, but you know, if you want to have all your information in your phone, that's fine. I use this sometimes. I'll just put it down on my desk and then I'll start writing. You know, I get in at the very beginning of the day and I write the list of what I have to get done for that day. It's a great format for that. It's a nice, you know, you can look back on the previous day, see like, oh, I didn't cross out all these. I got to do this for the next day. Write that down. It's just a good visual reminder of kind of what you should be doing. It also works really well as like a scrapbook. The Tomoe River paper is actually pretty hardy, so you can easily tape and glue things to here. I've seen these notebooks just completely like balloon because they have so much stuff in them, and that's fine. It takes it really well. I have one friend who enjoys pen and ink drawings, and they'll use this as a daily sketchbook. It kind of forces them to do a drawing each day. And again, it's Tomoe River paper, so if you like drawing with a fountain pen or just any type of kind of art pen, it does a really good job with that. So those are just a few of the different ways you can use this. Obviously, you know, it's entirely up to you, but it's a great format for kind of letting your creativity out. You can check them out at andersonpens.com.